What's up, Brook Students? My name is Daniel Young.
And I'm Mark Ardall.
And we are so excited to introduce to you the first ever online Christmas special.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to celebrate Christmas together with some fun, with some games, and some special guests, none other than your student pastors.
So without further ado, let's welcome our first group of guests. Our first group of special guests is none other than Eric Collins, student pastor at Blaine. We've got Dave Aiello, student pastor from Rochester, and Kelsey Reynolds, student pastor in Apple Valley. Mark, what game are they going to be playing?
All right, we are going to play Christmas Fill in the Blank. So we're going to read a quote from a movie or a song, and it's your job to finish the end of the quote. You guys up for it?
Let's do it.
Game on.
How do they buzz in, Mark?
Yeah, and you're going to buzz in by just raising your little candy cane thing there.
So
yeah, whoever does it first.
Me, you want them raising canes.
I want them to raise their canes. Raisin canes. Are we going to eat Raisin Canes after this?
I don't know. I'm hungry all of a sudden. But all right, here we go.
Let's do this. Okay, first one. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is... Ooh, Dave.
Singing loud for all to hear.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm proud of you.
That's 1 point for Dave. Keep track of your own points, okay?
Yep. It's honor system. And ultimately, the points don't really matter unless you're competitive, which I am.
I am. Watch out.
All right, next question. Are you ready? Frosty the Snowman was a... Kelsey.
Very jolly man.
Incorrect. And then I saw Eric next.
Was a jolly, happy soul.
That's it.
He got it.
Jolly happy soul.
I didn't even
I didn't
cheat
study
either.
for this. Hey.
Hey, and don't forget to play along in the chat, okay? If you think you know the answer, type it in, all right? Number 3. Ooh, this is a good one. Keep the change. Kelsey.
You filthy animal.
Yeah,
That's
there
it.
it was.
Nailed it.
What movie?
Home Alone.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Somebody knows their Home Alone
Quotes.
trivia quotes. All right. So far, have you noticed that Eric's been a little slow in the
Wake
buzzing
up.
in?
He
How do you
the
have a
second one.
point?
Wake
Got
up.
it right, but he wasn't first, okay? Just saying.
true.
Step it up, Eric, is what I'm trying to say. All right. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while...
Eric?
Dreaming of sugar plums dancing in their heads. Sugar.
What's a sugar plum?
Sugar plum.
I was so worried about getting my candy cane
Oh.
up first. Sugar plum.
All right, let's go to the studio audience to see. They're going to be
got
our
warm.
judges.
I just got
studio audience is going to be our judges. The actual line is visions of sugar plums dance in their heads. Studio audience, do we give it to them or not?
Give it to
No
him.
way.
They say give it to them.
All right.
Hey.
Whoa.
Say the wrong word, you still get it.
He's slow
So I
and
didn't
wrong, and he's getting points.
Studio audience has ruled.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the points at?
Yeah, what
I
do
have 2 apparently.
Eric has 1.5.
you... No?
Yeah,
you're-
I didn't get... No, I got one.
You got one.
Okay, this is it right here. So
one more.
we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pick this one. Seeing is believing, but sometimes the most real things in the world are... Eric?
The things you don't see.
Should we go to studio audience again? Okay, the actual quote is, the things we can't see. Do we
No.
give it to them? Thumbs
No.
up or thumbs down?
No. No.
No way.
Oh.
Wow, they
No.
don't give you
Is
that
it
one.
Polar Express?
But
Is
guess
that
what?
it is?
That's Polar Express.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Even though you didn't get it, you're still in the lead.
What?
So you win.
Do you have 2?
I have 1, but
I
Yeah.
have 2.
I
we're
also
giving
have
the
one.
guy that
I
got
won.
one on a technicality.
I won.
It's
How did that
unbelievable.
happen?
Eric, somehow, it's a Christmas miracle.
Christmas
Eric
miracle.
is the winner.
You guys put the heat on by
on.
calling him slow.
Fire me up. Here we go.
All right.
Blaine's the winner.
Okay, and Eric, you won, but also, we have a question for you. Here's what we would love to hear you talk about for just a moment. What are some ways that our students can stay connected to each other in community over the Christmas season?
What a great question, Daniel. I think our students should stay connected with their small group over Christmas, even though we're off a lot. I think we can stay together by 3 ways. Okay, the first one is this. Go to a Christmas movie together. My wife and I, we just went to the best Christmas pageant ever. Have you guys seen it yet?
It's a movie or a pageant?
It's a movie
Oh,
About a pageant.
about a pageant
Movie about a
from a book. Very good. Highly recommend.
Like Inception.
Based on a radio show.
But go to that together. It was such a good movie. The second thing you can do is like have a Christmas party with your small group. You could do Secret Santa, White Elephant, have hot chocolate, whatever you want to do, but have a Christmas party with your small group. That's such a fun thing to do together. And then lastly, I think this is important too, is do a devotional together on the YouVersion Bible app. Prepare your own hearts for Christmas, and you guys can connect with each other as you're doing it. And so those are just 3 things I have for you guys. Stay connected over break.
That was great, Eric. All right, well, give it up for these guys. Thanks so much for being a part of segment number 1. Come on. All right, up next, we've got some more special guests with us. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Adam Ness, and I am the student pastor at the Ham Lake campus.
My name's Maddie. I am the student pastor at Anoka.
And I am Joey Ritzma, and I am the pastor of student ministries at Maplewood.
Yeah, shout out your campus in the comments. What are we doing?
We are going to play a little game we like to call Christmas This or That. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw out a couple options of popular Christmas items, and you got to tell us which one you prefer. Okay, Mark, what's the first option?
All right, here we go. The first one is classic, real tree or artificial tree?
Has to be a real tree. My wife and I actually picked our real tree up last night. So, real tree
wow.
or nothing.
You have it decorated already?
No, it's got to fall down. You know, that's the thing about a real tree.
Gotta let it rest.
Got to let it rest.
God rest ye merry tree.
God bless you, Merry Christmas tree.
There, thank you. All right. How about you?
I second that real tree all the way. I like to work for my Christmas spirit. So you gotta.
All right.
Did you cut it down or did you go get it from a lot?
We weren't able to cut it down because the cut your
Weren't
own lots
able.
weren't open.
Sure. Yeah.
Ooh, sounds like an excuse to me.
You weren't strong enough to carry the Christmas tree. Out of here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right.
I would say real tree as well. Just the way
Wow.
they smell. Yeah, it's incredible.
Well, that was easy, I guess. No disagreement there.
I'm like, what's the next one? All right.
All right, your next option. Let's see if they all are exactly the same on this one, too. Okay, Christmas sweater or cozy Christmas PJs.
Cozy Christmas PJs.
I would say Christmas sweater. There's something about it that's nostalgic, and I like to get the funny ones that say funny stuff on it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I would agree with Maddie. I would say the sweater. I hate wearing pajamas. Pajamas are lame. So, yeah, hot take there. But, yeah.
Every single student in our student ministry disagrees with you, Joey. So
I know. I just got to be honest.
Hey, put in the chat, what do you think of pajamas?
specifically pajama pants.
Let's do this one next. Hot cocoa or eggnog?
Hot cocoa only. Eggnog should not exist.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's strong.
I feel upset right now. I feel personally attacked, actually. Eggnog, all the way. I would drink it every single day of the year if I could. Like one time I made eggnog popsicles because I wanted to be able to have eggnog in the summertime.
So you froze them and then ate them months later?
Yeah.
Made yourself some summer nog?
I love me some summer dogs.
Wow, that's commitment, Joey.
I don't like either. I think they're both
Oh.
gross. So,
We got
yeah,
a
I'm
tie.
sorry.
Are we the
sorry.
tiebreakers then?
We're the tiebreakers. What are you?
Let's say our answers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Cocoa.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Coco takes the W on that
Okay.
one. Okay.
All right, the next one is opening gifts on Christmas Eve or on Christmas morning. Controversial.
Traditions come into play here.
Clarifying question. Is this Christmas Eve any time of the day or right away in the morning?
What? Christmas Eve?
Anytime.
Any time of the day.
Yeah, anytime.
Are you
Okay.
saying Christmas Eve morning?
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Okay.
All right, answer however you want, I guess.
Christmas morning. Christmas morning.
And then he picks Christmas anyway. If I had said morning, would you have picked that? I don't know.
Next.
100% Christmas morning. Christmas Eve is for you put the cookies out, you put that glass of milk out, and it's nice and warm for Santa when he gets there. And yeah, that's it. Presents start Christmas morning.
You don't put eggnog out for him?
No.
Eggnog popsicles.
Maybe no.
Rumor has it that Santa actually likes hot cocoa, so.
Okay.
I would say the same thing. Christmas morning is the best time to open presents. You got to wait for it. It makes it more special.
That's 3. There we go. Last one.
All right. Last one is Secret Santa or White Elephant gift exchange.
Secret Santa.
All right.
I gotta go the white elephant. I love finding something random in my house and just putting it in a box and making people laugh. It's just so funny to see what happens. You never know what you're going to get.
Like a frozen summer
Like
nog
an eggnog popsicle.
Just melted in the box.
Surprise.
I would go with Secret Santa. I think that's better. Yeah, White Elephant gets a little interesting. So
All
yeah.
right. So Secret Santa wins that one, 2-1. But before we head off, the reality is, man, you have a lot of free time over break, and you're going to be able to choose between this or that with what you do with your time. But we think that taking time to serve other people is so important and something that you can do this Christmas. So Maddie, why don't you encourage them a little bit on ways that they can do that over break?
Yeah, 100%. I think when it comes to serving, a lot of times we think that it has to be something huge, right? It's got to be this big, big deal. And it can be. You can do a service project with your small group. You can go to Feed My Starving Children with your small group. You can go do any of those things that would be serving big ways, but in small ways too. I think shoveling somebody's driveway is a huge way to be able to serve someone at Christmas time. Being able to help your mom make Christmas dinner or Christmas Eve dinner or whatever you do at your house. But there's so many different ways that you can do, whether it's a big deal or just a small thing, to be able to serve your community and the world around you. So
Yeah, I love that. Those little things can mean a lot to people in the Christmas season. So go out and do it. All right.
That's awesome. Can we give it up for these guys, everybody? Show some love in the chat. Let's go. For our next group of special guests, I want them to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Erin. I am a student ministry coordinator.
I'm Allison, and I'm also a student ministry coordinator.
I'm Rochelle, and I'm a student ministry developer.
So these people up here right now, we are what's called the central team. I just dropped my phone. So these people right here, including Mark and I, we make up what's called our central student ministry team. So a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, that's what this team works on.
Yeah, and one of the things that Erin specifically works on is our social media. She runs our Instagram, and we asked you on Instagram to submit what some of the worst Christmas presents you ever got were. And so we're going to read some of those.
I'll go first. All right. Will said that he got a science kit. I feel like that's not terrible, but
it depends on what age you are. Because if you're in elementary school,
That's a good point.
you know what I mean?
Good point.
Like
As
my
a graduation gift too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like brush up on your chemistry. All right.
5Sid78, which I love the username. Foot patches.
Wait,
Foot patches.
what does that mean?
Yes.
Is it like-
I have so many questions.
Is that like for like warts?
Is that for warts? Is that like patches you put on warts? Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
I don't
your
know.
feet are gross. Okay. I don't know.
Anna said my brother. That's
No.
so sweet.
No, that's not sweet.
That is so sweet.
The worst Christmas present? It's the opposite of sweet. That's evil. Anna, we're praying for you. Really. And your little brother.
Yep.
Okay, I got one. This one feels like someone did this on purpose, for sure. Joel said this. A puzzle that's all the same color.
Oh. Yeah, but it turns out it was only like a 10-piece puzzle. It was like super easy. No, I don't know. Here's one. All right. I would love to know the context of this, but Salty Life, maybe from all the bad Christmas presents, Salty Life. I don't know.
Oh, their name is Salty Life?
Yeah, Salty Life.
Okay.
Oh, you thought that was the
Salty
present.
Life. I'm like,
I didn't set that up
never
very
seen
well.
this before.
Salty Life said, can of mushrooms.
oh,
Wow.
I don't like mushrooms.
I think some of our
so-
GZ students would love a can of beans.
Can of beans,
hey.
great gift. Can of mushrooms,
Worst
garbage.
Did you know that you can freeze Bush's baked beans into popsicles and you can eat them in the summer?
Maddie would love that.
Lily said that she got a printed picture of a bike because she was told that they didn't feel like buying it.
Oh my word.
Did she get the bike?
I
hope
don't
she
know if
got
she
the bike
ever
in
got
the
the
end.
bike. She just got a printed picture.
I just feel like, hold on, time out. Can we talk about this?
That
All right?
person's on the naughty list
That,
for sure.
that is diabolical work right there. Like, not only, just don't get the bike. The fact
Don't
that you,
print a picture.
Here's a picture of something I didn't feel like getting you.
Jada said an empty pizza box.
What?
Just empty. With the remnants of pizza, maybe? Oh.
I like this one. Mia said a dog statue in parentheses, but I asked for a puppy.
That's almost as bad as a picture of a bike.
I got a lot of those.
Statue of a dog.
A
I wanted
statue.
a dog so bad, and I would get stuffed animals and be like, "Here's your dog."
This one's a classic. I think we've all probably gotten this one at some point. Addie said, socks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love socks for a
Look-
present.
Okay, I will just say this. As a grown-up, socks is actually a great
Yeah.
present. Like,
Sure.
grown-up Christmas giving is totally different.
So my favorite gift I ever gave to someone is probably people's least favorite gift.
Ooh.
And it was socks with my face on it. I gave it to everyone in my family.
I love that.
That's
And
amazing.
so it's hilarious,
good.
but they got socks with my face on it, and they're probably like, this is not what I want.
Yeah, this is not what I wanted.
Well, speaking of gifts, one of the things that's so incredible about Christmas time is how much of an opportunity it is for us to not just get gifts, but to be givers and to be generous. Rochelle, I'd love for you to just share with our students listening, what are some ways they could be generous this Christmas season?
Yeah. There's a few ways that I think that you can be generous this Christmas season. If you have money, giving gifts to other people, maybe not the worst gifts, maybe not socks, but giving gifts that people want, whether it's going and getting an angel tree and it's a family that can't get a gift, or maybe it's your family, your friends that just need a little extra love. But another way, I think Maddie hit it really hard, is just serving. Whether you want to serve at church, or maybe it's helping with the dinner and helping with cleaning because you have guests coming over, but being generous with your time as well if you don't have money.
I love that. Don't miss this opportunity to be generous. Can we give it up for our central team special guests?
All right, we've got two more special guests with us. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hey everybody, my name is Brett and I'm the pastor of student ministries at our Woodbury campus.
And I'm Hart. I'm the pastor of student ministries at White Bear.
This next segment is called Real or Fake Christmas Story Edition. And what is going to happen is each one of you are going to tell us a story. And Mark and I have to decide together, do we think it's a real story or do we think it's made up, fake story? So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'm ready. All right. So I grew up down the street from one set of my grandparents. My grandpa, cut from Norwegian prankster cloth, loved to play pranks. So this one Christmas, this was like 97, 98. You guys remember chronic wasting disease? It was a disease in deer.
Still a thing.
Yeah, still a thing. That year was a big outbreak in the Minnesota deer population, CWD. And so my grandpa told us that CWD had like jumped species into reindeer and had affected the reindeer population. Right? Like,
Yeah.
totally buying into this because it's real news.
I don't know if I'm
And-
buying into this.
Right.
though.
So like a few weeks later, we come inside the house. My grandpa's on the phone and he catches us out of the corner of his eye and immediately turns away. He was talking to one of his like oldest friends. He's like, Len, no way. Like, that's all they left? It's like, what is he talking about? It's like, so no neck, just the head. So we had no idea what he was talking about. And so he goes, I really hope that the DNR can figure out what this is, because if it legitimately mutated from the north to the south, I don't understand how any reindeer population would escape this. Something is wrong with reindeer and Christmas is in jeopardy. So,
Oh my
November.
goodness.
November is
Wait.
deer.
Wait, there's more? Wait, what?
Wait. One thing I know is that if you're trying to make up an elaborate story, you're going to put a lot of really specific details in it to try to make it feel
It's
real.
not over. So, November, it's deer hunting season. He asks all of his deer hunting friends, like, unless you're keeping the head for a mount or a trophy, like, could I have it? Most memorable bus ride home ever in my lifetime. We come around on the dirt road, and immediately deer heads everywhere. Deer heads in the ditch, deer heads in the trees, deer heads by a mailbox. And my grandpa meets us at the bus stop. Never happened, ever. Immediately he turns us around and goes, boys, we need to talk about what I'm pretty sure you just saw. And so he explained to us that CWD RV, with the reindeer variant, had jumped into the reindeer species, and reindeer were eating other ungulates, like moose, deer, goats. Sorry. It's a legit word. Look
Can
it
you
up.
call me that?
You can't just say ungulate.
So we buy it. I'm 10, my brother's 8, and we're crying because we think Christmas is over. So we're in tears, and my grandpa starts laughing so hard, and then goes, "It was a joke. I made it all up. Everything's fine. Christmas is fine."
Bro, just imagine just casually dropping the word ungulate in a conversation.
But that's me.
But that's what heart. Okay,
That's what
all
I
right.
do.
So now we gotta decide.
Nah,
Was
it's
that
fake, bro.
insanely long,
Insane.
hard to follow story?
Insanely fake. I can't say it.
Dude,
but
I
that's
think
real.
it's real. I do. I genuinely do. I think that we know Hart.
Yeah.
I feel like his grandpa taught him the word ungulate.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm voting real.
I'm voting fake. Heart. What is it?
It's fake.
Ah!
I did live with my grandparents. We did grow up in his hometown, and he was a prankster, but nothing ever that elaborate.
And you are an ungulate. Okay. All right, we got to keep it moving. All right, Brett, your turn.
Wow. Okay. So mine's not quite as elaborate or long, but it's one of my favorite stories. I grew up in Iowa. Okay. So Iowa's not that fun or exciting. No offense to anybody who lives or is from Iowa. And so we had to.
Major shade.
We had to
If you're from
find
Iowa and you watching
make
this,
our
we're
own fun. Just about to be on Christmas break, and snow was falling, and so we were hoping for a snow day. However, there was just this new plow company in the city, and they were doing a really good job of plowing. And then our principal called all the families and said hey, we think the plows are actually going to do a good job, and the roads aren't going to be as bad. So we're probably not going to have a snow day. And so me and my friends were like, hey, what do we do about this? And so we tried everything we could to interrupt the snowplow man's job of plowing all the streets. And so
You tried everything?
pretty much everything. And so we threw snowballs at him. We were chasing this specific truck around the town, and he stopped at McDonald's. He really loved French fries and ketchup, and we put snow all in his French fries. Basically, we tried everything we could, and my childhood best friend became my girlfriend at the end of it.
How old were you at the time?
I was.
And that's how I got my first girlfriend.
You expect me to believe that first grade Brett was out
No,
there?
I wasn't
He
first
never said
grade.
what grade he was
I
in.
never said
Well,
it.
I just
You did
you
mess
didn't
around,
say
though.
it, so
You
I
said
just filled in the
childhood.
blank.
With, like,
Child.
Yeah, no, it was like 2
You
years ago.
expect me to believe the
All right.
childhood
Okay,
Brett
hold
was
on.
out
Is
there,
is there more to the story?
2 years ago.
I mean, that was the most of it.
and
But
that's how he got a girlfriend. That was the
yeah,
end of it.
yeah. No, I was in 5th grade.
You literally told that whole story just so you could say you had a girlfriend when you were a kid.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bro, I'm going.
there's so many
Fake.
holes I could poke in this story.
I'm going fake.
but
Poke 'em.
What's your vote?
I'm going fake.
Fake.
Yeah, that was the plot of Snow Day.
That's a movie?
No.
That's a literal movie?
You haven't
All right,
seen it?
team, we're renting that and watching it over
Snow
Christmas break.
Day.
Terrible.
All right.
Oh, what a terrible movie.
It's pretty bad.
Those were two very fake stories. But around Christmas time, the whole reason we celebrate Christmas is because of one very true story, which is the actual story of Christmas, Jesus' birth. So, Brett, will you take some time to read the Christmas story?
Yes. And so this is Luke chapter 2, starting in verse 1. It says this. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that the whole empire should be registered. This first registration took place while Quirinius was governing Syria. So everyone went to be registered, each to his own town. Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and family line of David, to be registered along with Mary, who was engaged to him and was pregnant. While they were there, the time came for her to give birth. Then she gave birth to her firstborn son, and she wrapped him tightly in cloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. In that same region, shepherds were staying out in the fields and keeping watch at night over their flock. Then an angel of the Lord stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Don't be afraid, for look, I proclaim to you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. Today, in the city of David, a Savior was born for you, who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be the sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped tightly in cloth and lying in a manger." Suddenly, there was a multitude of the heavenly host with the angel praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, heaven and peace on earth to people he favors."
All right, give it up for these guys and their crazy stories.
Come on.
Snow Day!
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right, Eagle Brook students, that is a wrap on our Christmas special. Thanks so much for watching along with us. And hey, remember this Christmas season, in the midst of all of the lights and the presents and the food and the time with family and time off of school, don't miss the reason for the season. Jesus Christ came to this earth so that he could one day die for our sins. Take some time to celebrate and remember that truth this Christmas.
And I want to remind you a few of the ways that we would love to see all of you stay focused on your faith and on Jesus this Christmas season. First of all, stay connected to each other in community. We would also love to see you look for ways to serve others and to be generous, and also make sure you spend some time reading the Christmas story, the story of Jesus' birth this Christmas.
Yeah, and on top of that, another way that you can engage is coming to one of our Christmas services. And so we'll put a link here where you can see all of the service times across all of our campuses, and we would love to see you at one of those. And then we'll be back January 8th.
That's right.
Student Ministries kicks off in the new year. 2025 is going to be amazing. God is going to do amazing things. We can't wait to see what he has planned for us in the new year. So be a part of it, be there, and we'll see you on January 8th.
And with that, one last time, we want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas.